Hey, Aquarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your June 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aquarius, becoming the best version of you. What do you need to know? We'll look at your greatest strengths, fullest potential, action steps, as well as advice, and we'll connect to an outcome. So wowza, Aquarius, you are starting off in the Five of Swords. So for some of you, there is a bit of drama, okay? There could be conflict. Some of you, this is back and forth between you and another. This could even be within your own mind. The Five of Swords is not a fun energy to be a part of. And now I see why, because the devil could be attached. And your action for this month is to release yourself from pettiness, petty arguments, drama. As the saying goes, not my monkeys, not my circus. Now, bottom of the deck here, Knight of Voices, Knight of Swords showing up. This is air energy, Aquarius. So you're moving on from a situation, or you could even be taking action towards what you believe is important to you. This does have to do with the belief system. And you are an air sign. You're showing up here with the Five of Swords. So if this is something or someone or an energy or circumstance that limits you, I feel like you're moving in a new direction. There's going to be conflict resolution is what I'm seeing here. So Knight of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck. He is very assertive. He's very direct. He says what's on his mind, right? He says what he needs to say to get off his chest here. And I feel like you are speaking up. There's some sort of communication, and look at that justice right behind it. Some of you are going through a legal situation. It could be a divorce for some of you. It could be a family dispute. Okay. I mean, justice. I was feeling this in your energy here. Libra. There could be a completion or finalization around Libran season as well. So September, October could be significant for you. And then look at that. We have the sun at the bottom. So this is what you're working on bringing to the surface. Perhaps you haven't quite seen this play out yet, but you will. So there will be balance and justice restored. Now that's important for you to remember when you're going through the Five of Swords, because sometimes all we see when we're in that Five of Swords is conflict. This can be bullying. It can be coercion, manipulation. When it's mixed with the devil, it can be narcissism. It can be winning at all costs. And there could be resentment and rage and anger that's built up over this energy here as well. So some of you are choosing your arguments, choosing what to involve yourself in. I also feel if this is something that is worth fighting for, you're not going to give up. And I feel like you will win, okay? And some of you, and you see the little fly, I haven't seen him for a while. He lives in this plant. But whenever he comes up, the word distraction comes to mind. So it's almost as if you've been distracted, or if there has been people or things in the way of your success or in your outcome, I feel like those distractions are you're going to plow right through them is what I see here with distractions. Now I'm doing something a little different in this reading, Aquarius. Instead of clarifying with another tarot deck, I've been asking Spirit to show me in my mind's eye the clarifier, and I'm really loving this. So what do we have here for the Five of Swords? What is the clarifier? All right, Seven of Swords, right away, Seven of Swords. So when we have the Five and the Seven of Swords with the devil, this can be tricky manipulation. So Aquarius, if this is not your reading, that's okay. Check the next one or check your other placements. But for some of you, you're dealing with a trickster, someone who can be underhanded or quite manipulative in energy here with this 5 of Swords and 7 of Swords. This is also about rigorous honesty. And I also see someone being caught in a lie, or if that distraction, because you see that it's almost as if that little fly came in real quickly and then they left. And usually it flies around because that's his home, right? So I feel like something may throw you for a loop, but it's almost as if it gets dispelled just as quickly as it came in, right? It's almost like evidence is thrown out here in some way, shape, or form. But I am getting someone may not have been honest, may have lied, cheated, stole, tried to get away with something. This can also be getting honest with oneself, doing what you need to do to move away from conflict. Whew, this is heavy. This is a heavy energy here, Aquarius. And if you were dealing with, I'm getting some of you, yes, divorce. For others of you, family dispute. But I also get something along the lines of like real estate or property, landlord issues, something like that, because I am getting home. So it wouldn't surprise me if that is, okay, yeah. The clarifier for your next card is the 10 of Cups. So that makes sense. There is something with home, family, perhaps some sort of family drama, betrayal in family dynamics. Someone doesn't feel worthy of love and they could be acting out in some way, shape, or form. Now, your greatest strength is the 3 of Swords. It's in reverse, which is good. This is forgiveness. And some of you may be thinking, I mean, when you have that cross of the 5, the 7, and the devil, you may think, how the heck can I ever forgive? Right? How can I forgive that person who traumatized me? Or how can I forgive this person who, did these heinous acts of crime or whatever? I mean, maybe it's not that extreme, but it feels like that, right? And our feelings are ours. They're not for anyone else to tell us how we're supposed to feel or how we should feel. But I feel like you are, coming to a place of releasing some sort of pain. Okay. And this is your greatest strength, is to take what you've gone through and become a better version of yourself because of it. And one of my favorite sayings here, Aquarius, is you can become better or you can become bitter. And I feel because this is showing up in reverse as your greatest strength, you're going to choose to become better. But it wouldn't surprise me if there's a little bit of bitterness there for a bit. But I feel like you will forgive, or you will be able to heal, or at least be able to talk to yourself in a kind way, or not throw shade at someone. Perhaps if there's been some sort of dispute within a family dynamic, let's say it's the father or the mother of your children, and instead of throwing them under the bus, right? I feel like you're keeping something to yourself and you're letting your children or letting someone else make their own judgments or cast their own judgments here. But the 3 of Swords with the clarifier as the 10 of Cups, some of you, there was emotional wealth or something that felt good at one point. It may have betrayed or hurt you. Okay. I mean, Cups is emotion. 10s are endings, bringing in new beginnings. There was an energy of, I feel satisfied. I feel complete. I feel full of love and full of life. And then boom, something may have occurred that may have brought you to this place of destruction. There's also someone here that may suffer from some form of addiction. It can be alcoholism. It can be addiction to work. It can be, some form of personality or a characteristic that may not be healthy, okay? Or it may have sabotaged a relationship. Now, I'm not a medical professional. Please seek advice if need be professionally, but I am getting here a family member may have suffered from something that a residual may have kind of came down on you. Okay. Some of you may be wondering, are they going to be okay? Now, I don't know if the they is the other person, or they could be, are the children going to be okay? Or is mom going to be okay? We're sticking her in a nursing home. Brother is being very, very challenging in this. Whatever it may be, I'm getting, yes, they are protected. Okay. So, put that into whatever category you need to, but I feel like there is protection here. There's divine protection and redirection. Now, your fullest potential is to make a choice. You have the Two of Swords, and sometimes we don't make choices because we don't have enough information. We don't have enough facts because we aren't sure what the outcome is going to look like. So we teeter on the edge here. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I take this person to court? Should I get a divorce? Should I leave this job? Should I forgive this person and give them a second chance? We ride the fence because we don't want to get in this Three of Swords energy. We don't want to disappoint others, and we don't want to disappoint ourselves, and we don't want to feel that pain. But because this is your fullest potential, Spirit is saying a choice should be made in the way of not lying to oneself or not disregarding one's truth or one's intuition. And that's the clarifier here, is the High Priestess. Immediately, High Priestess came up. Now, sometimes the High Priestess, when it's showing up in that lower vibration, the High Priestess can have hidden agendas. Okay, so maybe someone does have a hidden agenda and you're not quite sure, should I go left, should I go right, because I'm not sure what their agenda is. This could also be you, right? We can have hidden agendas as well. And I feel it's important to trust your intuition on this one, because sometimes the logical mind and what we've been taught or the emotions tend to persuade our thought process, right? Anger, bitterness, resentment, rage, it can persuade us to think and do certain things. And I feel like Spirit is reminding you, your fullest potential, Aquarius, is to drop into your intuition, drop into your body, perhaps take some space, take a sabbatical, take a little bit of time to think, to renew, to refresh your energy, because I feel like you're at a crossroads here and it is time for a decision to be made. That's why we have that Justice card underneath the deck. And that's why we also have the Knight of Voices showing up and that Sun, because whatever choice is made, this could be externally as well. Okay, fullest potential here. It could be, some sort of judgment call that maybe you're not making, someone else could make, that's actually going to bring a lot of relief is the word that I'm getting, but ultimately there's happiness and emotional expression underneath this. So very powerful energy, High Priestess as the clarifier. Trust your intuition and also trust that Spirit has your back, because sometimes when we get in that fear-based energy, which we see right here, this is action, the devil. This can be fears. We feel like there is something else, something outside of ourselves pulling the strings. But when we surrender, and that is the clarifier, Hanged Man as well. Okay, they're also giving me another one, Two of Pentacles. Okay, how is the Two of Pentacles? It's almost as if you may be juggling up a lot at this time, or Spirit is reminding you not to succumb to temptations, or beware of your appetite, beware of your fears, and find balance, because sometimes when we are feeling pressure, we tend to do things out of the ordinary. And maybe that's why that Two of Pentacles is showing up here as the clarifier, as well as the Hanged Man. Because this can also be staying calm when we are in the midst of frenetic energy, when we're feeling pressurized. It's almost like being in an Instant Pot, and everything is just feeling the pressure coming in, and there's not an out, there's not an outlet. And that's the reminder Spirit is saying, ground yourself, come back to your senses here, get in touch with your intuition. Now, your action step is the Devil in reverse. So getting control of our devil urges, our appetite, which can also be addictions. So not numbing something, drinking it away, working it away, eating it away, whatever it may be. I feel like you are guided to make a healthy choice moving forward, or how you are dealing with your stress, even if a choice or a decision is coming in. I almost get that for some of you, as in there's going to be a choice made externally and you're worried about what that is. Am I going to get that job? Is that judgment going to come through? Am I going to get that back pay or that money? I feel like there's anxiety around how something is going to turn out. But what you don't see is the justice brings the sun. So there could be a lot of unnecessary worry. For some of you, it has to do with a commitment. I just sneak peeked the Hierophant showing up in reverse. This can be a marriage. For others of you, it's something that you were committed to, right? You were committed to, that job. You were committed to taking care of a family member, or committed to a certain aspect or area of your life, maybe even committed to a certain belief system, but you are cutting the cords. You're detaching from that with the devil, or that is the action that I feel is in your best interest here. This can be materialism, codependency, manipulation, fears, obsessions, addictions. Your action is to reclaim your power, free yourself, and cut that puppeteer type of energy. You can see the strings that the devil has, and some of you may feel like puppets in this play going on, right? Spirit, what is the clarifier here, please? The Lovers. Okay. A lot of major arcana showing up for you, Aquarius. I feel like this is a big month internally for you. The Lovers rides the fine line with the devil, right? We can choose love. We can choose to really open our heart chakra up, or we can feed. It's almost like that saying, which wolf do you feed, right? There's two of them, right? We can feed this one or feed that one, but whatever one you feed is going to be the one that grows. So it's up to you. The action here is, what wolf do you want to feed? The one that may cause more destruction, mentally, physically, emotionally, the one that brings a lot of, puppeteering, attachments, or do you want to feed the healthier one, the kinder, compassionate, loving one, the one that doesn't want to hurt, the one that doesn't want to destroy? And I feel like that's the message here for you. Oh, I'm loving that. The devil and the Lovers. And maybe finding that balance. And Lovers is also a choice, Aquarius. And Lovers is also Gemini energy. And we're in Gemini season until the end of the month, June 22nd, I believe, 21st, 22nd. So this is the perfect time to cut some cords here, or to release the fears or obsessions or worries the best that you can, to step back from the problem. What's your advice? Keep your heart open. Page of Emotions, Page of Cups. I mean, it's all here. Page of Emotion, Page of Cups. It almost looks like, and I really love the illustration. This is one of my favorite decks, the Muse Tarot here by Chris Ann. And you see that there's tentacles that are right at her solar plexus. And it almost feels like you're trying to reach for different ways of seeing things. This can be resourcefulness. This can be teamwork. This can be help. And I feel like Spirit is guiding you to keep your heart open, because you're not alone on this journey. And what do they say about octopuses? If octopi or if one leg is damaged, it grows back, I believe. So I feel like despite something being cut off, you're going to have a replenishment in its place. Something will be replenished. Okay, and I feel like you're going to be okay. And you actually see right at the base here, it almost looks like a little mix of, solar plexus, sacral, but I'm getting root chakra, because look at, it's red. Her whole body is red. And I feel like there's something around stability that's opening up for you. You can see the portal right there at the bottom, and there's the sun shining through. You may not see that because it still feels closed, right? Because maybe you're still trying to recover from a lost tentacle, symbolically. I hope you're following me here, Aquarius. But I do see that your advice is to keep that heart open. Spirit, what is the clarifier? The Death card. Okay, death energy. Again, another major arcana. So you're getting so many majors, and that's Scorpio energy. There could, and I feel like Libra, Scorpio season, which does come September to the end of November. That could be significant. Maybe even last September, November to November could have been pivotal. Now, the Death card is about transformation and not closing your heart, not shutting it down, because the energy is transforming you in a way that is actually quite significant. It's like that phoenix rising from the ashes, and you're going to come through some of this difficulty if you've been going through this. I don't want to say unscathed, Aquarius, but you're actually coming out stronger. There's a stronger, more determined, more wise version of you, and you're going to be proud of you, because I feel like your future self already is. Your guides already are proud of you, but you're handling something in a very powerful way. And even though this is a page, which pages can represent a tad bit of immaturity, I feel like this also has to do with messages of emotional fulfillment. And we've seen the 10 of Cups earlier as well, but it's also a reminder to keep your heart open. Just as, children do, just as, first love or first job, there's an energy of excitement and enthusiasm and, wanting to learn and grow and evolve. And that's what Spirit is reminding you. There's a new chapter of your life opening here. All right, let's take a look at your celebratory outcome. Queen of Inspiration, Queen of Wands here, Aquarius. Queen of Wands is the embodiment of strength and confidence. She exudes creativity, and she's very artsy and attractive and bold and wise. Female or male, it does not matter. It could be you receiving this energy here as well. And you're feeling good. You're feeling like you have what it takes to inspire others, because this is the outcome. This is celebration. It's outcome. She's bold. You see that there's the pyramids here as well. So it almost feels as though you've unlocked a version of yourself that maybe was hidden, right? Or perhaps you haven't had access to it in quite some time. You see that there's a beautiful cheetah here as well, represents independence, breaking free from something that may have been challenging. I'm also getting a bit of, maybe African or even Egyptian energy here. But the Queen of Wands, she is someone who inspires others to live her best life, because she is that role model. And whether you are a parent, a mother or father, right, and you are being that role model, you're setting something really powerful in stone that's going to affect generation after generation. Maybe it's your own children. Maybe it's the people that, you've come in contact with. This could also be past life. Some of you may be interested in looking into your South Node. Okay, South Node, because that can be past life gifts coming into this lifetime. Spirit, what do we have for the clarifier here? What's the clarifier? Wheel of Fortune. Again, wow, another major arcana. I think you're the first sign to have the majority of the clarifiers, major arcanas. So that's quite significant here for you as well, because we don't see a lot besides the Devil of major arcanas. But I feel like, this could be on the surface type of energy where maybe things look smooth or they look okay from the outside looking in, but maybe the inside of what's going on within you, there could be a lot of personal transformations taking place. And I am getting a sense of confidence after a time of self-doubt. after a time of maybe insecurities or feeling vengeful. Someone around you may have been very jealous, vengeful, or egotistical is what I'm getting here as well. But you're standing in your power. You're protected. And what's right behind her? The sun. So Leo energy could be significant. Okay. Libran energy could be significant. And then again, with that death, I'm getting Scorpio. Some of you may have those placements in your chart, but I am getting that 8-8 portal. So August could be a really big month for a lot of you where justice is served, or there is some sort of balance coming in, or it could be vice versa where October or end of September, October, the sun comes in. Okay. So again, Leo and Libra showing up here for you. Beautiful energy. Now, Aquarius, there's also another message here around taking care of your health, your stress levels. I am getting adrenals, okay? Adrenals. I'm also getting someone adding something to their water, okay? Maybe this is, it could be lemons, it could be limes, it could be some sort of supplements. Perhaps you're drinking some, electrolytes or something of that nature. Yeah, be something with water. That could represent staying hydrated as well. I don't see tons of heart energy. Some of you may want to drop down into the heart chakra meditations, working with, foods that heal the heart. This could be green foods. Also, because that is your message. That's your advice, is keep that heart open. This can be heart chakra yoga moves. For some of you, it is practicing self-love through kind words, kind affirmations towards self. Okay, I'm getting rose quartz. Some of you may even be working with rose quartz crystals. Finding ways to release anxiety, release some working on maybe depression, talking to someone, journaling, doing things that bring about a sense of happiness. Maybe it's reading that book that you've put down and haven't picked up for quite some time, or allowing yourself to just breathe and just be here, Aquarius. So keep that heart open. Don't shut down. Like we said, you can become bitter or you can become better. And I feel like becoming the best version of you requires you to take a look at all that you've gone through and remember your reason, right? Remember that you are a soul that has contracted to have this human experience. And if you look at life as, as a movie, as a screenplay, and that we have many different movies, we are the lead role for many different movies here on Earth. And it's just a role. It's a role that you're playing. That doesn't define you. That's not who you are, because what happens when you come off stage is you take off the costume, right? You take off the mask, the makeup, and your true self is exposed. So remember that this stage is your reality here on Earth, but that's not all of you. And we forget that sometimes when we're going through struggles, trials, and tribulations. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, hit that subscribe and bell. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Lots of love.